I'm about to show you further confirms that the attack in Israel was allowed. It's an inside job. Mossad, they all allowed it. This person says, this lady says, I served in the IDF, Gaza division during the 2014 Gaza war. Listen to me. Listen to me well, she says. There's no way in the world that anyone can approach the border without us knowing about it. She said, pretty much make this go viral.
אני שירתתי כסמב"צית חי"ר במהלך מלחמת צוק איתן.
As much as you can.
שתפו את הסרטון הזה כמה שיותר, כי תקשיבו, אני שירתתי כסמב"צית חי"ר במהלך מלחמת צוק איתן. אני שירתתי באוגדת עזה. כל השירות שלי היה תומכת לחימה בזמן מלחמת צוק איתן שעזה הייתה באוגדת עזה. תקשיבו לי ותקשיבו לי טוב. אין מצב בעולם שיכולה להיות כזאת התקרבות לגדר, אוקיי? מבלי שאנחנו נדע מזה. התצפיתניות יושבות בבונקרים 4 שעות, הן לא יכולות לעשות ככה, הן מול מסך. לא יכול להיות מצב, שום מצב, שהיו מעירים אותי בלילה על יונה, על חסידה שהתקרבה.
She says a stork or a pigeon gets near the border. The ones that are in the bunkers that have to stare at the computers, you know, for surveillance to make sure to make sure no one's going to attack them. They have to literally sit in the bunkers and stare at the laptops straight. They can't look left or right. She's saying that if a pigeon or a stork gets near the border, they're going to make a big. It'll be a problem, so to speak. In other words, if a bird or a pigeon approaching the border can get spotted by Israel, you know, intelligence watching the border from their bunker, and they'll make a big deal about that, pretty much is what she's saying. How much more would they make a big deal about Hamas coming at them? You know what I'm saying? She's saying, in other words, there's no way. There's just no way. Except for the fact that it was allowed.
על הגדר, על מקק שעבר מתחת לגדר, היו מקפיצים את כל הגזרה. איך נכנסו עם טרקטורים? איך נכנסו עם טרקטורים 400 איש ואף אחד לא שם לב? זה לא...
She's saying, how in the heck can no one see this coming? No way in hell, she says. No way.
שום מצב שהיו מעירים אותי בלילה.
She says when she was in the IDF and part of the surveillance, she says they would wake me up at nights if a pigeon got near the border. There are sensors underground. I mean, Israel's so heavily fortified. They got their, what is it they call it, the Iron Dome? There's just no way. Come on, man.
על יונה, על חסידה שהתקרבה לגדר, על מקק שעבר מתחת לגדר, היו מקפיצים את כל הגזרה. איך נכנסו עם טרקטורים?
How could they enter with tractors? How could 4 men enter with tractors?
400 איש ואף אחד לא שם לב.
And no one saw it coming? I already made a video. It's about an hour. It's an hour and 1 minute long on BitChute and Odyssey and Rumble. I share it to those other channels too. Made a video showing that, or talking about how the Israeli government, much like ours, is so corrupt that they had to have a wag the dog, you know, distraction. Because the people of Israel are very, they've been protesting the Israeli government for like all year. And so the government needed to do something like this as a wag the dog. That's one article or information I came across. Then another one said, well, the reason why this was done is because Israel they're sick and tired of the third temple being delayed, and so they did all this, allowed this to happen, blah, 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 so they could get rid of the Dome with the Rock and put the third temple there. Something like that.
Alright, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity, risking their freedoms and their lives to do so. Alright, man. Via the Spirit, man. I had brought it out in a lesson that it didn't sound too good, man. It sounded really, really fishy, man. You can see the setups, man, and everybody smells it. You got even some regular ass people, and even some jakes, some jakes that might be 2/3 or whatever, that are waking up that it's been the little hats, man. And that propaganda machine that they've been using to try to say anti-Semitism. Well, people, you can't just lay that over with the thousands of massacres that you've done to different civilizations, man. Now, this is one you really can't hide from. You probably can. They tried to say that it was all bull, that they didn't have a hand in Jake going into slavery, and that they didn't fund slavery. That they don't run Hollywood, but everybody sees what you're doing over there in the Middle East. All right, and everybody knows that this is a tactic that was used to really gain control over certain lands like Iran, man. All right, that's what this is really all about. That Israel just wants an excuse, not the real Israel, but the state Israel. They want the excuse to go to war, but they want to look like the knight in shining armor, man. All right, but those days are over. You might as well just go ahead and do what you got to do, in which they are. All right, I was gonna get the other article where it says that Biden said that America is backing Israel. And what does that mean if Israel has declared war? Well, now we're about to go into war, man. All right, that's what we got. That's what's prepared at the end of the day. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Right, everybody smells it. Like this little hat woman, whether she might be a speckled bird or what have you amongst the heathen, even your own people are telling on you. And the Lord said that was going to happen. All right, that the bird was going to tell a matter. All right, that it was going to be that the rug was going to be pulled up from under you, and everybody was going to see your shame. All right. This is Obadiah, verse 1 and 6, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him." Right, because he thought that he was going to be able to rule the world in deceit, an unrighteous way that the Lord said is that's not how you're to do things. You're supposed to rule in righteousness, but he rules in deceit and that hammer. All right, violence and deceit is how this so-called white man rules. But going back to the Rockefellers, they used that propaganda machine because everybody knew once upon a time ago that these little hats were not very good people, man. That the higher ups of them were willing to sacrifice their own people just so they can complete this agenda, man. All right, and the scripture says that he that is evil unto himself, to whom will he do good? This man is going beyond just messing with the peon Esau Edomites, because they have enemies amongst their own nation. But now he's even attacking his own top tribe, man, showing you that he don't even give a damn about you, man. That's why in the kingdom, you're going to have Esau fighting against Esau, bro. But it's all coming out. Just get prepared for this next world's war, man. All right? Sooner or later, that's what we're about to go into. And I'm going to get this 2 Corinthians, going back to that propaganda machine that this man uses. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. Slacky. And it says, "And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works." So you can fool the people for a long enough time, but sooner or later the Lord is going to bring it out on you, man. He said, I have made Esau bare. It's being revealed that this whole NWO thing is not a conspiracy theory, man. It's a conspiracy, but it's not a theory. This is plain and right in your face, man. And that's the reason why they destroyed the Georgia Guidestones, because now they're about to start enacting this, man.
What's happening?
see if I can get this other clip to play.
Right now, but FBI says that there is a credible threat of possible retaliation coming from this is coming from Homeland Security, Department of Homeland Security, that there could be an attack on U.S. soil. And why is this significant? Because of the fact of all the people that have crossed our border have not been vetted. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they came from. We don't know. So if they caught 42 individuals, they caught 42, what got through? What got into our country? It's what we have to ask. So right now I am monitoring what's happening. It's on Fox News right now, and FBI says that there is a credible threat to the U.S., and they're getting this from Homeland Security, DHS, and this is from Fox News, that there is possible retaliation or some kind of terroristic situation could happen here. Hezbollah has been known to do things like this. Hamas right now is asking for a truce with Israel, and Benjamin Netanyahu is about to take the podium and speak on what's happening right now in our country, what's happening in Israel, what's happening, the response from Biden. Biden is not saying anything. He's getting ready to go to Pittsburgh to push Bidenomics, talk about the union, and talk about how well his economy is working. And that's a joke. As you know, yesterday, Biden held a barbecue while Americans were being killed, and we have Americans that are not accounted for. We know that 11 have been taken hostage. They executed some hostages. We don't know if they're Americans, not as of yet. So that is what's happening right now. I'm getting ready for the show, but they're saying that there could be a credible terrorist threat to the U.S. with Hezbollah as well as Hamas. And with our borders being unsecure, we don't know what's coming across this border, and we don't know what's going to happen. The last time we did not pay attention, buildings fell, planes slammed into the ground in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and at the Pentagon. So pray for our country. Folks, this is getting real. With all the people that are coming across our borders right now, we don't know who and what is crossing that border. And that's the reason why we need to shut down this border. This is the reason why we have to hurry up and elect a Speaker of the House. And this is why we need a wall. We need to know what's coming into our country. And now we are hearing that the FBI says that there is a credible threat coming out of the Department of Homeland Security. There could be a possible retaliation towards the U.S. for supporting Israel. And that's what's happening right now. Show is going to be on roughly in about 35 minutes. This is Peggy Hubbard on The Real, 93.3 FM, the voice of freedom. Hope you guys tuned in. And as soon as I find out anything else, I would surely post it right here on my page. So share the information.
This is Isaiah 46:11. It says, calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executes my counsel from a far country. Yeah, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I will purpose it. I will also do it. And that's what we see, man. We see all the chess pieces being lined up, and finally the game is about to begin, man. All right. And nobody's asleep to this bull, man, unless they was already with the madness. They're already accepting of it. All right. They want to believe the propaganda because they don't see any way up out of this man's system. All right, but this man's system is about to crash, and he's going to sacrifice a lot of you that are believers in it to it. All right, because he's going to bring the chaos, crash the dollar, and then bring about a digital system as if it's going to save everything. But guess what? It says that the fire is still going to be sent off still, man. And then eventually, it's going to end with the nukes. This war is going to go on until it gets irritating. It's going to be talks of peace, and then somebody's going to renege. It's going to be that little hat, all right? Because this is all prophesied in the scriptures. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse verse 19. It says, "Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the habitation of the strong, but I will suddenly make him run away from her, who is a chosen man, and I will and that I may appoint over her." It's like it. But I will suddenly make him run away from her, and who is a chosen man, that I may appoint over her. For who is like me? Who will appoint me the time? Who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And them thinking that they're about to set this system up. Well, hey, the Lord keeps on telling you that you're deceived. He has the prophets out here telling you that you're deceived. You're surely mistaken. All right, just because you've gotten this far doesn't mean you're gonna go any farther, man. What is written is written, and you can't avoid that, man. And the elect's time to come is it's here. All right, the time of the Lord's redeemed is come. All right, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall, at the cry. The noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall fly. He shall come and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. Talking about you little hats to the rest of you Edomites on down. You so-called you wish people. All right. Yeah, this is your end, man. It's not going any further. And the rest of you Americans that are not prepared, well, hey, it's either you get prepared or you're just going to get caught lacking. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not of the elect of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the rest of our people scattered abroad that may look like the heathen, that turn their whole spirit back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, then it's it for you, man. The Lord is done talking. All right, now he's about to start speaking in action. All right. So with that, I'm going to end this lesson off and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, Shalom, and Abba Ball.